back to my channel. I am back with another Love and Hip Hop Miami review, so let's just get right into it because a lot happened in this episode. Now, this episode picks up where the last one left off, where Michael Blackson goes to visit his pregnant side chick, Nadia, while his fiance, who's also pregnant, is on her way to Arizona to have their baby boy. And you can tell by the way that Nadia is talking to Michael that she wants more than just being his side chick. She kept calling him babe, showing him the nursery, and she even felt some type of way about him telling her that him and Rada are moving to Miami, and she asked him if she was going to be moving to Miami too. So it seems like she wants more than just being his side chick, although I don't know how she could try to demand that now after she was okay with being the side chick for this long. Nadia was saying that she felt some type of way about her not being able to post about her pregnancy because Michael Blackson told her that it needed to be a secret, and she definitely is upset about that. And look, I feel like she has a right to be upset about that, but then again, she put herself in this situation because she chose to get pregnant by a man that she knew was in a relationship with somebody else. And yes, his relationship with Rada was open, but why would you even put yourself in that type of situation to begin with? And Nadia felt some type of way because she feels like Michael is trying to make it seem like the pregnancy was an accident between the two of them. And she said that it absolutely was not an accident, that he wanted another baby and he thought that Rada wasn't going to be able to get pregnant. And that's why, he was having unprotected sex with Nadia so that he can get her pregnant because he wanted another baby. And then it just so happened that Nadia and Rada ended up getting pregnant at the same time. Now, Michael is nervous because he knows that Nadia wants more. And from the things that she's saying, he feels like Rada is going to end up finding out, which he doesn't want her to know, especially because she's about to give birth to their son and he doesn't want to bring any stress to her. But he should have been thinking about that before he decided to get one of his side chicks pregnant. I think it's crazy that Rada even decided to be in this open relationship with Michael Blackson, because is it really an open relationship if he's the only person that gets to go out and date and see other people? Like, I guarantee you she's not dating or seeing other people, and I know that she said she was okay with it before, but it's very clear that she's not okay with it now. But because he's so deep into it, he's not going to stop anytime soon. So the only other option for her is to either stay in this toxic relationship or get out of it. So Pinky Doll's team ended up giving her the opportunity to perform on Trina Day, and I think that was a big mistake. She definitely was not ready. Nobody in the audience seemed to know any of her music, and they were not feeling her at all. Like, literally, the crowd was not paying her any attention. They were making disgusted faces. I just feel like music is not for her, and I think it was her manager. I don't know if it was her manager or not, but it was somebody from her team that was getting her these opportunities. And at one point in this episode, he was helping her out for, like, this character that's based on her for some video game, and she was doing it, but she had an attitude while she was doing it, and he felt like she was being ungrateful for the opportunities that he was helping her get. But she told him that she didn't want to be a part of any video game. She wanted to work on her music. That's the only reason why she came to Miami in the first place. But he checked her really quickly and told her that clearly music is not for her. And I honestly agree with him. I definitely do feel like he was kind of harsh with his delivery, but at the end of the day, sometimes you have to give it to people straight with no chaser, and that's exactly what he did. He let her know that he doesn't feel like it's going to work out for her in music. Now, she could still try to do music on the side, but I don't think that that should be her main focus. I'm sorry, I just don't think that it should be. Now, in this episode, Shay ends up meeting up with her mother, and she says that things have been going really good between her and her mom ever since Fabo has been out of her life. And while she talks to her mother, she brings up the fact that she went to an event in last week's episode, and Amara ended up inviting Eliza without her knowledge and tried to get the two of them to talk, and things really didn't go well. And Shay said that she really doesn't have any interest in having a conversation with Eliza, but her mom kind of checked her really quickly and told her that she feels like she's been fighting on national TV since Flavor of Love, which, let me just say, I loved Flavor of Love back in the day. Like, I think I was in like middle school watching Flavor of Love, and I actually enjoyed it. Reality TV is just not the same anymore. But basically, she was just saying that she's tired of seeing Shay fighting other women on national TV. She feels like because of all the fighting that Shay has done with a lot of the women on TV, she doesn't even really have any friends in real life to be there for her. And so she feels like Shay needs to be the bigger person. Now, I definitely do agree that because Shay has been on reality TV for a very long time, I feel like she should be fighting a lot less on TV. So I do understand what her mom was trying to say. And she did have a good idea. She said that she wanted, Shay to talk to a life coach. And Shay did agree to go meet with a life coach, but she felt some type of way when her mom said that she thinks that Eliza and Amara should be there too so that they can work out whatever issues they have. Shay definitely told her mother that she would sit down with Eliza, but she said that she wasn't making any promises that she won't end up getting into a fight with her while they have this conversation with the life coach. And they they do all end up going to the church to meet with this church counselor, and the church counselor happens to be Joy's sister Samantha, which I was kind of surprised about. I honestly didn't even recognize her in this episode until she started talking about her own situation, and then I realized who she was. But she tries to get the ladies to sit down and look at themselves in the mirror and talk to their younger selves and give themselves some advice and some love, and Shay does it just fine. She starts crying, she really opens up, but then when it's Eliza's turn, she says that she doesn't want to do it because the last time she opened up to people, they threw it in her face, so she just did not feel comfortable. And instead of Shay being able to accept the fact that Eliza was not comfortable, she felt some type of way about it, and she started saying things to Eliza, and then they started going back and forth. They're yelling at each other in the church. I just felt like it was inappropriate, and then Eliza tries to leave. But then Amara is able to get Eliza to come back inside, and once she sits down and comes inside, that's when Samantha says that she's going to open up to the ladies so that they can feel more comfortable opening up. And she starts telling them how she was dating a guy in the music industry, her sister warned her about him, and then her sister actually ended up marrying him. So obviously Shay, Amara, and Eliza want to know who she's talking about, because Samantha was making it very obvious that she was talking about somebody that everybody in the group knew. And so she told them that she was talking about Trick and Joy, and they immediately were flabbergasted because they didn't believe it. But I definitely do feel like, since Samantha is the one that was doing the counseling, I don't feel like she was the right person to mediate the conversation between Shay and Eliza, because she doesn't even have her own life together. So how is she able to give any type of valuable advice to these other women? I just don't feel like you should be given any type of advice or trying to coach anybody on anything when you don't have your shit together yourself. Because then she ended up admitting that while Joy and Trick were married, she ended up inviting him over to her house. She slept with him, and then she sent him right back to Joy, and she claims that Joy doesn't know anything about this. So I just feel like if you're holding in all these secrets of things that you've done in your past to other people, and you don't have your shit together, like you don't even have your stuff worked out, how are you going to mediate a conversation between these girls and help them work out their issues? But Shay and Eliza do end up apologizing to each other and deciding that they're going to bury the hatchet, because after hearing what Samantha had to say about the drama she has in her life, they realized that the issues between the two of them were not that serious. But then Trick and Joy decide that they're going to have a little dinner party at the house, because remember, Joy ended up moving in with Trick for a little while she finds another home to live in. So they end up inviting Trina and her husband over to eat, and then Michael Blackson, and they're all eating, having a good time, and then all of a sudden there's a loud knock at the door, and in walks in Samantha. And you can tell that there's some serious tension in the family when it comes to this whole Samantha and Joy situation, because even Trina looked a little uncomfortable. Like, she kept her eyes on Joy the whole time, and you can tell that Joy and Trina didn't know anything about Samantha coming there. So Trick was not having it. He told the cameraman, he told security, he wanted them all to leave his house. He said that he did not want this conversation to go on in his house, and he told Samantha that he never asked her to come over. And so Trina and her husband leave. They leave really quickly. Michael Blackson follows behind them, and Trick leaves the room as well. And that's when Samantha and Joy start having a conversation, and Joy says that she still feels some type of way about Samantha because she didn't know that Trick and Samantha had something going on with each other. She said that the whole family knew on their father's side and didn't tell her anything, and she said that if she would have known that something was going on between Trick and Samantha, she wouldn't have ever married him. But Samantha is saying that that's not quite how the story went, so she's basically implying that Joy did know that she had something going on with Trick. I honestly don't know who's telling the truth in this situation. If Joy did marry Trick knowing that he had something with her sister, I feel like she was wrong for that. But if she didn't know about it and the family knew and she had no idea, then I just feel like they need to let the situation go. I will say though, I feel like Samantha has valid reasons to be upset with Joy, but I feel like the fact that she's okay with Trick, like in last week's episode, she was sitting down for dinner with him, laughing and joking around, but yet she's held on to this hate for her sister. I don't understand that, because yes, she has a reason to be mad at Joy if Joy knew that her and Trick had something going on before she married him, but she should be equally as upset with Trick. And the fact that she can sit down and laugh with him, but she has this hate towards her sister, that I don't really understand. Because look, I know she expected more from her sister, and it hurts more when it comes from somebody that's your family, but Trick played a role in it too, and I don't understand how she can sit and laugh with him and forgive him, but she feels some type of way about her sister. She should be holding both of them accountable, and she should feel some type of way about the both of them. But honestly, honestly, it's been such a long time. I honestly feel like she needs to move on. Like, I'm not saying that she has to be cool with Joy. They do not have to be cool with each other, but holding on to hate because of this situation, I feel like is ridiculous. But those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.